The U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services is now reverting to pre-pandemic requirements. The organization is asking asylum seekers to bring their interpreter for citizenship interviews.
Cronkite News reporter Adriana Gonzalez-Chavez is in our newsroom with the state that leaves asylum seekers in.
Thousands of migrants cross several countries and risk their lives to reach the United States seeking asylum. Now, those who do not speak English face another challenge. They have to find and pay for an interpreter.
During the pandemic, U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services provided asylum seekers with translators via phone. Since September 13th, they required that they bring an interpreter to interviews if they are not fluent in English. Immigration attorney Ravinder Arora says there is a downside to this requirement.
If you can't afford an interpreter, then obviously you run into an issue there because you have to find a way to provide your own interpreter. They're simply not going to do it for you.
If migrants do not bring an interpreter to the interview or the interpreter is not fluent in English, the USCIS may consider this as a failure to appear for the interview and may dismiss the asylum application.
They are expected to gather their own documents and provide their own evidence while remaining in a jail cell. They have no access to legal counsel unless they can afford to hire an attorney.
There are several requirements for interpreters, such as being fluent in English and at least 18 years or older. Asylum seeker Jairo Umana explains that finding someone who can be available during his appointment is worrisome.
We can't just take anybody because they don't know the case. They don't know the background of immigration.
The measure requires that interpreters must not be the migrant's attorney or accredited representative, a witness testifying on the migrant's behalf, a representative or employee of the government of the migrant's country, or an individual with a pending asylum application. According to Aurora, if migrants have all the proper information and can afford it, an interpreter might be beneficial.
There could actually be an advantage to having your own interpreter in that you can vet them and make sure that they actually translate your words the way that you want them translated and that's accurate.
But Umana says that finding a translator can add a lot more difficulty to a situation that is already unfamiliar and stressful.
It's a limitation that honestly has me really worried.
For fiscal year 2023, the latest data from the Customs and Border Protection shows that more than 160 migrants crossed the Yuma sector and almost 274,000 through the Tucson sector. Mexico is the country with the most migrants coming to the United States in the southwest land border, followed by Guatemalans, Hondurans, and Salvadorians.
The only exception to this requirement is for sign language interpreters. The USCIS will provide sign language interpreters as a disability accommodation. In the newsroom, Adriana Gonzalez-Chavez, back to you.